Good morning, people. It's 10 past 4 a.m. and I'm heading to Moscow today. Linate airport in Milan to Vienna to Moscow, where it's reasonable weather, I think. I've got all my paperwork ready and it was pretty simple. And today I'm using an APEC card. It's a card that you apply for well in advance and allows you visa-free entry into 19 countries, 2 of which are China and Russia. Typically, countries that you need to go and have an interview for sometimes to get into. So this card is a very valuable piece of travelling kit. On top of that, I've got a letter from the Russian organiser of the race. I've got my PCR negative test and another form that we have to fill in, I guess a passenger locator form. So it's dark outside, got to take a hire car back, and then we're off to Russia. Well, that was pretty good, just 25 minutes from Carrera Brianza, from the La Piana restaurant that has the apartment above, and it is the best place. I stayed here now twice. It's beautiful people and they make you feel at home.
Subscribe to Illman.
Got this lovely letter from the boys thanking me for my stay. So thank you, boys, much appreciated. Hire cars being dropped off back to Avis. Don't rent with Sixt because you can't change your booking. Once you put that in there online, their app is shit. Anyway, this is my stuff and it's all coming with me to Moscow. Welcome to Linate Airport in Milan. This is a lot smaller airport than Malpensa, that's my understanding. And certainly inside it has a bit more of a small town feel about it. This is a really nice airport and there's a lounge here somewhere. This is the Leonardo lounge here and it's available to all Star Alliance passengers, and it's a comfortable lounge. Everything's packed in plastic, which is enormous waste, but that's all part of COVID.
Thank you, and
Grazie. This flight to Vienna is on an Embraer aircraft, which is a small one, and hence we're on a bus. Morning.
Good morning.
This is an Embraer E95 aircraft, seats about 120, and there are only 28 people on board, so it's pretty spacious today. Beautiful morning as we leave Linate Airport in Milan, and I will look forward to next year coming back here to Monza and perhaps watching Daniel Ricciardo go back to back. This one was a cheesy thing with some olives and some sun-dried tomatoes. That little puddingy thing is quite sweet. It had a bit of a donut taste to it, so I can't figure that's too good for you. And that is just full of butter, but I'll eat the fruit. Danke.
Bye.
We just got a bus from the plane back to the terminal. Then you come into the terminal here and you walk straight out and get on another bus to go to the next section of the terminal.
So you have a visa to Moscow?
Yes.
This one? Morning.
This is your test?
Yes.
Okay, just a moment, sir. I come back.
Now they've had to go and seek further clarification. So I've given them my letter of introduction from the F1 organising committee. So I sit and wait. Good news, no drama. My APEC card did the trick. And now I sit and wait for a few minutes before we board. Moscow is such an interesting place. I put it up there with something like a Tokyo, where it's just so far away from what we're used to in Australia and Europe. I really find it quite enthralling. Good morning.
Good morning.
No, thanks, not for the moment. This is Domodedovo Airport and I've just arrived. Now, it's a little bit interesting coming in because I came in on an APEC card. It drew attention, so I had to actually be pulled aside with about 30 other people, sat down in a little area where we had to wait. And I'm thinking, I hope I've been given the right information and I can get through. Anyway, 20 minutes later, they called out my name, sent me through, and I'm now landside here in Moscow for a week before I head to Sochi. Outside it looks nice, I think it's about 18 degrees, And it's good to be back in Moscow. I was here earlier this year. Remember, I did that video on the airport that is completely devoid of people. That's the other airport. Getting to the hotel is no cheap fare. It's about an hour and 20 minutes in a cab and around about $100 US. Getting the taxi was simple. There's a little desk inside. You pay there on credit card and it's an agreed rate. And he wheels you out to a car, in which case I've got a Kia. And if you like the smell of cigarette smoke, you'd love this one. It's first class. Привет!
Привет.
Do you speak any English?
No English.
Okay. Hello to you. You need this maybe?
Yes.
And a credit card perhaps?
You have a suite room for 8 nights without breakfast.
Correct. I've never seen a hotel like this.
It's like space station.
Yes. Ooh. Oh my God. This is huge. This is fantastic. That's a bathroom. I thought that was a mirror. This is amazing. I'm pretty happy to be here, I can promise you that. And do I have a view? Oh yeah. This is a remarkable hotel room. It's so funky, quite magnificent. And it's pretty handily placed to Red Square. I think it's probably only about a 10-minute walk down there. I love the way they've used the lighting here behind the bed. The bathroom looks like a spa. It's that big. If you take something from the hotel minibar and plan to replace it with something, say from the local convenience store, just be wary that some hotels buy products that aren't sold at common convenience stores. So if you're faced with the choice of, say, a Kit Kat or a Mars bar and you want to replace it, make sure that you take the item that's easily replaceable and not a hard-to-find product that's made specifically for the hotel chain. Walking around Moscow, you see so much beauty. Now I know that I'm in the heart of the city and I'm sure once you get out into the back blocks it's not all quite as elegant as this. But if you're going to spend any time in the city, you want to spend it here in the centre, around Red Square, and look at all the beauty that's on offer. It's just so good finding a piano on the street here in the middle of Moscow. This is Red Square and I love the place. I think it's just so full of history and pretty to look at, although there's some scaffolding being taken down there from an event previously. But today is one of the few days that I'm happy to wear a face mask because it's cold and it's going to get a whole lot colder. In fact, I think the last day I'm here is only going to have a maximum of about 7 degrees. And coming from Perth, that's really cold. I've been to Moscow a few times now and I really enjoy the city. The people are interesting. A little bit tricky if you're only an English speaker. You've got to stay at a good hotel to make sure that they can help you. And the hotel that I'm staying at, the Standard, which is fantastic, certainly has a number of English speakers there. And yesterday I posted a picture of me in Red Square and I was very lucky that a young lady by the name of Daria contacted me and said, look, you're not far away from me and I work at the museum, why don't you come and have a look? And so I did. And I got a lovely 30-minute tour around this magnificent museum in the heart of the Red Square. And the two things that got me were the beautiful ceilings in all of these rooms. Look at this one here with all of the, well, not all, but certainly a lot of the past Russian presidents. And this 1922 Rolls Royce. This was the one owned by Lenin. It was purchased in the summer of 1922 from Britain and brought to Russia for Lenin to use over, I think it was a 6-month period. But what a magnificent piece of automotive history. That said, it's time to say thank you for watching the video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so. Please, if you've liked it, hit the like button as well. And if you want to join up as a member, I'd urge you to do that. New wallpapers come to you once a month, along with raw images from each race. You'll find all of my images available for download at prostarpics.com for editorial or personal use. There are a whole range of F1 photo books, including a book I just did recently on McLaren's 1-2 at Monza. It's been a big seller, and if you're a Daniel fan, if you're a Lando fan, or you just love McLaren, you'll want to get yourself one of those. Get online now at kimillman.com. And for my best pics live from the track and all during the week, head to Instagram at Kim Illman. Thanks for watching and stay passionate. Oh, I'm hopeless at it.